If you're interested in AI and would like to know more about it, especially why some people, including Geoffrey Hinton, think that we should be a little bit worried about it. Maybe more than a little. For those of you who've been watching my channel, you've probably never thought of me as being the brainy, scientific, or mathematician type, and you would be right about that. However, the other day I went to see a talk by Geoffrey Hinton, who is widely known today as the grandfather of AI. He was at the Hot Dog Cinema here in Toronto. But this was an event put on by the Royal Canadian Institute of Science. It was a very enjoyable evening. The theater was packed. Geoffrey Hinton not only gave a very interesting talk, did a Q&A, but he received the prestigious award, the Sandford Fleming Medal. And when I went to the website for the Royal Canadian Institute of Science, I went to the page for the past recipients, and there were actually 3 people on there that I know. I've met Joe Schwartz, Dr. Joe Schwartz. If you watch my videos, you know that I made a video about the Chris Hadfield generator show, and also David Suzuki many years ago. I'm going to timestamp the different sections of this video so you can just jump right to there, and I will also enter more information in the video description and any other interesting links.
Good evening, everyone. Jeff, how are you doing today?
I'm slightly sick, so I've got an extra jacket on because I'm cold.
Well,
but I will try to answer your questions anyway.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to it, and thank you so much for being here, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, that deserves another round of applause.
And so it gets very excited and it says, hey, there's an edge here. So it's quite easy to see how you could wire up a brain cell to detect a little piece of edge in the image. And so that's a good start. We have these neurons that look all over the image, lots and lots of neurons, gazillions of them, detecting little bits of edge in different positions and different orientations, and also at different scales. Dealing with these intelligent beings, they're weird, they're very like us in some ways, very unlike us in other ways. We still have control. We're still making them. We can still change how we make them. The future is incredibly uncertain. We've never been anywhere like this before. So the first thing is everything's very uncertain. Anybody who tells you it's sure to do this or sure to do that, they're sort of guessing. Although it seems likely that they will get more intelligent than us because they're getting intelligent very fast. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we desperately need to change the political system because the political system we have now can't manage this.
So how do we change that? What do you mean? What can we change in the system?
Well, in the US, for example, all the big tech companies are assuming they can replace jobs and they don't have to think about what happens to those workers. Those workers are not their problem. I actually think that China's going to manage it better because the Chinese Communist Party, there's lots of things I don't like about them, but they are going to worry about what happens to those workers. They're going to worry much more than the big tech companies here do. So we need a government that is concerned with everybody and not just manipulated by a few rich people.
One last question, yes, that deserves a round of applause as well. And just to tie this back to my opening question in terms of your move to Canada, do you think this is a good place to be right now in the world today in the context of how AI is impacting our lives and obviously the geopolitical issues that are causing concerns all around us? You're obviously happy you stayed in Canada and you continue to work here?
I stayed in Canada for a while, then I moved back to Britain for 3 years, and I discovered actually how racist Britain was, which I hadn't really understood before being a white male. We quickly came back to Canada, and I think Toronto in particular is a wonderful place to be. It's the most multicultural society. So I think Canada's great. I just worry that we may not have much say in the future of AI. I'd just like to thank Amber for running the conversation so well.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Your comments are appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.